Alright, hello everyone. Uh, I can't see chat, so... Uh, yeah. But because there's no main restream happening today for this randomizer race, I will instead use mic and webcam. The race should hopefully start soon. But my opponent is having some trouble getting the seed to generate, so it might be a couple of extra minutes. But yeah, I'm doing well today. Hope that everyone else is doing well. Should be a fun time. Yeah, it might be more than a couple of minutes. Apparently my opponent's ISO that we used to generate the randomizer got corrupted, so they might need to go rip a new one off of their disk. But we'll see. I'm also on a 10-minute delay, so even if I wanted to interact with chat while this was happening, I wouldn't be able to, so... I guess we could interact on a 10-minute delay, but... I don't know if we want to do that. Yeah, I guess as far as the settings that we use for the tournament, we have 3 required dungeons, random start, and random starting item. So I'll have to check my inventory at the start to see what I start with. And see where we start and decide if we want to do something where we start, or if we just go to the sky immediately. We also start with Goddess Sword, the Sea Chart, an Adventure Pouch, 2 Song of the Hero pieces, so we don't have to find all 3 of them if we want to open up the Skyloft Trial Gate. We also start with 14 Tad Tones, because the Tad Tones, all 17 of them, lock a single check, and so if we didn't start with any of them, we'd have to find all 17 if the Water Dragon's reward check ended up being required for some reason. But if we start with 14, we only have to find 3, which is a little bit more manageable. Also, of course, good to remember to hydrate. But yeah, as far as dungeons that I would want, last time, or in the last race I had, we had the first three, Skyview, Earth Temple, and Glenair Mining Facility, so it would be neat to get the second three this time, with Ancient Cistern, Sandship, and Fire Sanctuary. That would almost certainly be a longer seed than the previous one, since those sets of dungeons are longer. Generally, Sandship and Fire Sanctuary are the two longest dungeons for the randomizer. Assuming you have to full clear the entire dungeon, which is usually the case, I feel like. Yeah, Skyview is very short and can be done quickly, especially if you come in like with claw shots. Ancient Cistern can also be done very quickly. Because also with claw shots, you can do the dungeon significantly faster than you normally would be able to. LMF is a bit weird, because LMF has one small key, and if the small key is really late, like it's on the boss key chest, then you have to go back to the beginning of the dungeon after you get to the boss key chest, which is kind of annoying to try and get back to the beginning. Earth Temple, I guess depending on what pings in Earth Temple, it can take a while. Though I guess that's the case with any dungeon, really. But Sandship, usually the treasure room pings, which means that we have to turn on one of the generators. And usually then you end up turning on both. So that... we can also get the Robot and Briggs reward. Sometimes we get that check hinted, but not always. I guess speaking of hints, we also start with 3 Baron hints on Phi, which are essentially 3 regions that we will not have to go to for the randomizer seed. Usually those end up being like the smaller regions, just because a region that we don't have to go to is a region where all of the checks are unnecessary, and the smaller the region is, the more likely it is that it won't have anything necessary. So usually we get like Lanayru Caves and Skyloft Village or something like that. Since those those areas only have 2 checks each in the randomizer. But sometimes you get surprised and you get a Baron hint that an entire dungeon is barren. And we still have to beat the dungeon, but the dungeon does not have anything necessary to beat the seed in it, other than the actual dungeon keys in that case. So it doesn't really mean we can completely skip the dungeon, since we have to still find the boss key, since, at least for Skyward Sword Randomizer, I believe boss key skips are banned. Mostly because pretty much all of them would take forever to set up anyway. Like, you could technically skip the Ancient Cistern and Sandship boss keys, but you'd have to do some funky back-in-time stuff that would take a really long time to set up, so it wouldn't even be worth it in most cases anyway, but... yeah, it's just I think it's a blanket rule, and I can actually check the tournament document. Communications with the Weir mode have been interrupted. But I want to hear the title screen music. That is not what I wanted to do, actually. Back up like that. Let's see. Where is the tournament form? Is there a tournament form? Maybe there isn't one. At least it's not linked in the announcements, unless I'm blind. Oh well. But yeah, hopefully be able to start relatively soonish. I do have to be somewhere in a little less than 5 hours, but these seeds usually at worst only take like 2.5, so as long as we're not sitting here for 2.5 hours, I should be okay. I guess something new with this season of the randomizer tournament is they've actually included goddess cubes in the it's part of like the checks that are available. Not all of the goddess cubes. Some of the more annoying ones are excluded, but each region has like 1 or 2 goddess cubes that we can collect. Unless you're Farron Woods and you have 3, I guess. But kind of interesting that Farron Woods has 3, but Eldon only has 2. I guess that's probably because Eldon already has more checks. Compared to Farron Woods. Though 5 of Eldon's checks are key pieces, so... eh. Because also this tournament, we have a setting on that randomizes the key pieces that open up the Earth Temple, but only randomizes them within Eldon Volcano. And maybe Magma Turf? I don't remember if Magma Turf's included in that, but at the very least, Eldon Volcano now is sort of nerfed by having all 5 key pieces there. It also means that it's pretty unlikely that we're able to get into Earth Temple without digging nets, since usually at least one of the key pieces is behind one of the 5 dig spots. Because, let's see... In Elden Volcano, we have 17 checks. 5 of them are the dig spots. So... So unfortunately, we're probably going to be waiting for at least probably another 10 or 15 minutes. But that's fine. So, once again, I'm free for the next 4.5 hours, so... We might end up just... Or, I mean, we are going to sit here for a bit. I'm not sure what to do in the meantime. Unfortunately, because of the delay, cannot take suggestions from chat, really. No, communication's been interrupted again. I can't believe the game would do this. I can also minimize the tracker until the technical issues have been resolved. I suppose I could do more Ocarina of Time 3D Door of Time skip practice. It is not related to this randomizer at all, but is a cool new trick that was discovered in Ocarina of Time 3D. Oh, really? Why must the display window do this? Back over here. Let's see. Add window capture. Add existing. Here it is. Ta-da. Yeah, so we'll just do this while we wait. Because this was something I was doing anyway. We can easily practice it using the cool Ocarina of Time 3D practice patch. Also, no, I will not change the game title. Anyway, so previously, Door of Time skips in Ocarina of Time 3D pretty much always involved wrong warping of some kind, but that's not true anymore. Thanks to this handy-dandy new seam climb that was discovered. We can simply just climb up the seam, very precisely, that is. Oh. I fell off the seam. That's not what we want to have happen. I flicked left a little too early there. Try that again. There we go. And then the collision here is a bit wonky. There's the collision actually ends more or less where the lighter stone becomes darker. Let's see, if we turn on the collision view... Where's the collision view? No. Debug? No. Cheats? No. Scene? Oh, there we go. Scene, collision viewer, show collision polygons. Oh, I guess we're too high above them, but we can see as we side hop down that there is no collision. So, through the door of time we go. Anyway, that's how we do Door of Time Skip now. Or at least is a much preferred method of being able to do Door of Time Skip. Reload the area here. Let's see, so... The way this works, if we go back to the collision viewer, is we can... I guess it doesn't show this one, but this is another example. This is what's known as an invisible seam. And invisible seams are essentially seams that you can kind of just climb. You can see that we're kind of in the air here on this one. This one doesn't actually go very high, though, even though the height of this one would suggest otherwise. This one only goes, like, a few feet into the air, not like the other one over there. But these just kind of exist at various points in the game, and recently it was figured out that there is one that exists right here that we can actually climb all the way up. How we get to do cool Door of Time skip things. And see if it shows it this time. If we climb up, we can probably very briefly see the ceiling collision as we go up here. Once again, the control stick position to climb the seam is very precise. There we go. So we saw that flash of white there. That was the ceiling collision that we just kind of went through. If we climb the seam fast enough, we'll climb it so fast that we can kind of just clip through ceiling collision, which is pretty cool. And we can just do this. And then it also does work as Adult Link as well. If I change my age on load to Adult Link, setup is a little bit different, but it's the same idea. Start like this. And then... Wait, what was the setup? I think it was 2 slashes, and then... No, not backflip. Two rolls, 2 slashes, backflip, jump attack, wait for Link to finish, backflip. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That same setup, and then, once again, we just aim. Climb. And hooray. Also, if we side hop through, the game is gonna play the cutscene that plays normally once you pick up the Master Sword and then spawn in Temple of Time again. We can get out of this, though. Let's go climb another invisible seam. If we go to Overworld, Hyrule Castle, Child, From Market. Curious if this one shows up on the seam viewer. I don't actually know. Also, once again, we were supposed to be doing a Skyward Sword randomizer race, but my opponent has run into some technical issues, but hopefully those will be resolved relatively soon. But until those are resolved, I'm gonna do seam climbs in Ocarina of Time 3D, apparently. Also, I messed up that setup. So this one is one we can use to skip having to get the weird egg over here. I think that should work. Setup for this one is also wonky. That, and then because we can climb this seam, we can then just side hop over onto this out of bounds collision. Allows us to get over here. And from here, we can go all the way to this out of bounds collision. And then get onto this out of bounds water. We're a lot lower than I thought we were. And we can get into the water that goes all the way up to the crawl space, and then we can just enter the crawl space. So that's pretty neat. So yeah. Those were the two tricks that I was practicing off stream recently, since at least egg skip I'm pretty sure is relevant for every category that isn't 100%. Since 100% still has to collect it, because 100% still has to wake up Talon for progression purposes. I've never actually used some of the features here. We do no clip / move link. A to start, B to cancel. Circle pad is to move horizontally. D-pad is to move horizontally cardinal. L and R moves vertically. X moves fast. Okay. Press A to start? No. Ah, there we go. Whee! Oh, I see. The D-pad moves in the actual cardinal directions. And L moves up, R moves down. Why is our shadow right there? I guess that's just where our last polygon, or the last collision Y coordinate we had was. Let's see. There's no way to direct the camera, I suppose. Nice. So we have to do it from in here. No? Oh, I guess... do it like this. There we go. Yeah, I can't press cancel. Or I can't, like... the select for bringing up the menu has to be the last thing. Nice, we can make Link's feet do weird things. Now we're just over here. Also, my Wiimote, doing weird things, apparently. There we go, move it off of that. Oh, here's another invisible seam. I don't know if we can climb this one, though. Probably not. We're not entirely... at least I'm not entirely sure how to properly get on an invisible seam, or how to, like, properly guarantee you can get on one, necessarily. I am not the invisible seam expert. What else do I want to do? Oh yeah, green means loading zone. That's what that is. There weren't any other tricks that I was practicing aside from Door of Time skip and egg skip. Oh yeah, the game doesn't want you getting out of bounds here, so it puts up some invisible walls right here. Also, nice ladder. I guess one thing that we wish we could do, that we currently do not have a way of doing, is, being able to get the explosives in bottom of the well. We can do fancy Door of Time skip shenanigans, but we still can't get these bomb shoes, at least relatively early. Place also lags quite a bit. I don't know why this floor polygon is green. But yeah, if we do no clip again, this is the chest with the bomb shoes in it, which we would like to be able to somehow get early, but this game is very good about not letting us get in there. Because then we would actually be able to get explosives early. But we can't currently do that. We can bypass most of the need for explosives early, but in a category like 100%, it would still be, somewhat necessary. I think that the collision viewer actually shows something here when obviously... Oh, I guess the collision there is probably just meant to react to the lens of truth, I would imagine. So wow, it is very laggy in here. Let's see if we get rid of the collision viewer. What makes it, or what makes the game start to lag in bottom of the well specifically? Yeah, there is a cool technique called a triple slash clip that you can do on corners that are less than 90 degrees. But if the corner is more than 90 degrees, it does not work. Or is 90 degrees or more, I should say. If we go through with... let's see... we do frame advance. Up for that. And then for frame advance. Right. I guess I'll just do Y, I suppose. Now if we hit up, we pause, and hitting Y allows us to frame advance. Hitting up will unpause again. So we can actually see what happens here. Or actually, hold on. So, Link's putting his sword away. He's about to take a massive step backwards. He goes completely through the wall when you do a triple slash clip, regardless of where you actually are. But then, if the corner is less than, or is 90 degrees or greater, he will pop back out. Or pop back in where he was, unfortunately. As far as we know, there's no way to stay out of bounds just by achieving that. But if we go somewhere where I know that it does work, for example... why is... okay, whatever. We'll do Zora's River from Zora's Domain. I wanted to go to Zora's Domain, but Zora's Domain wasn't in the over... oh, I guess it's not an overworld location, it's an interior location, that's why. At least according to the practice patch. Yeah, so this is a corner where a triple slash clip does work if we're lined up at the right angle. So if we do frame advance again, we'll see that we go out. We stayed in bounds, apparently, because our angle probably wasn't right, yeah. Here we can see that we go out. We still didn't stay out. Why did we not stay out? I feel like my angle's correct for this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. Now we're swimming in this water for some reason. I want to see it in frame advance. Let me frame advance. I say as I'm the one who set the button combos. Yeah, so we go out, and then we do just kind of stay out. I guess it's probably because there needs to be some kind of collision that Link then still pushes against, which is what causes him to go out of bounds here. And because, at least in Bottom of the Well, I don't think there's any corner like that where Link still tries to push up against the collision to, like, update where his current position is. Anyway, we're still waiting for technical issues to resolve, so... also just turn on the infinite health cheat. We turn on the collision viewer again. We'll turn off the dynamic polygons. And if we go back to no clip, yeah, like, so there exist a lot of 90-degree corners, but none of them have anything, like, immediately outside of them that Link could then use as a collision push to stay out of bounds, essentially. But what is this polygon? The polygon here. Is this just the floor? Does the floor just always extend here? Huh, I guess it does. Oh, wait, no, this is the unloaded room. What am I talking about? Of course it's... yeah. Duh. Yeah, he's fully through the collision there, but I guess because there's nothing to push him, or to keep him out of bounds after he does that, nothing happens. Wonder if we, like, artificially put a polygon out of bounds. Could he then clip through the 90-degree corners? It wouldn't be useful, of course, but could potentially be interesting. To actually get at the right angle. Yeah, even at, like, really steep angles, he still, like, almost basically just goes completely through the wall. Like, we can also turn on, like, Link's own collider, like this. Oh, God. That's the attack collider for his sword, by the way. It's, the giant sphere, a bunch of spheres, a couple of other triangles. You can probably turn off those. Hit, hurt, bump. Oh yeah, interesting. So his collider actually stays in bounds when that happens. So that would make sense, sort of. If we just do it regularly... Okay, so Link goes all the way back, and then his collider follows him the next frame. So that would actually make sense as to why he doesn't just stay out of bounds if his collider's not getting updated to... like, be out of bounds with him while that's visually happening, right? So, interesting. wonder why he's visually changing to go back then. Even if the collider's not following him. Curious. Okay, I did not mean to set my entrance point, but neat. There's no collision here, yeah. There's a circle here. Oh, I think that's just a Navi trigger. Oh, there is actually small bits of collision here. Actually, I'm curious. Can we... Not very effectively. Collider still stays there. Oh, wait a minute, that was weird. Hold on. One of those I got pushed to the side. Yeah, okay. That's... interesting. Angle did we have? Something like that. Why did we get pushed this way? I figured something interesting could happen with the other polygons that were here. The other collision polygons, so... That's interesting to note. We actually got pushed this way. But why did we get pushed all the way this way? Because Link was clearly closer to the polygons that were there. At least I would think so, but... I don't know, he gets pushed this way. Very interesting. Get rid of this guy. Ow. This looks a little too thick, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, you can also, like, kind of get into corners in this game like this, and then you can very easily look through them. But you can't really clip in like this. Actually, I think that's not entirely true. I think there is a very unique niche edge case where you can clip through a wall like this. But the only place I ever saw it done was in a random corner in Spirit Temple, so I don't think it's something we can do here. Ow. This chain does not have any collision. Neither does this one. Interesting that the ones on the inside do, but these don't. Okay, hold on. Let's go to... Towns, Kakariko Village, from... Oh no, that's... I don't think that idea is gonna work. I guess we can try it anyway. Because, yeah, the collision of this actor is one way. Or the collision of this gate is one way. I was curious, like... If the collision of this gate is, or was two-way, could we do like a weird triple slash clip through it? Curious if we can get, like, pushed this way by this triple slash location. But it doesn't seem like it. It's not after some cursory tries. Oh, that's a rock. I know we can triple slash clip through this corner, though. With the right angle. Or the wrong angle. That also works. And it's almost noon. Oh yeah, there were also... in the online model viewer, there were some invisible seams on Death Mountain Trail. I'm curious if they show up in the theme viewer here. Turn off our colliders. Because these could also be interesting to potentially save some time with. There's this one, but this one I don't think goes very high. Yeah, that's not really what we're looking for. Oh, Link is up. Yeah, the one that I was curious about was this one. Because this one, I think, goes high enough to where you could just get up and out of bounds there if we could get on it. Let's see, we'll get rid of the frame advance and pause. I'm not sure how we'd get on this. Or if it's even possible to get on. But if we do position storing... I don't know how people even figure out setups to get on here in the first place. Is this collision one way? I mean, yeah, I mean, all collision is technically one way in this game, but, like... Getting on this seam would probably be faster than... like going through Goron City the way that we do currently in speedruns to get to the Magic Ferry. I don't know if it's possible to get on this seam. I assume if it was possible, someone would have figured it out by now, but... I don't know. Probably not going to get anywhere just doing this. Yeah, that would be interesting. If we could get that to work. Then we could get up here, presumably, without having to go through Goron City. I guess technically there is a way we can already do this without going through Goron City, but it's very slow. And involves doing infinite sword glitch, which is not easy to pull off in this game. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Do this. L. Now we get up here. Actually, does that seam go high enough? I suppose that's another question. Because... oh, I guess, well, we can't see the rest of it, so... I don't actually know if it goes high enough. But if it goes up to, like, here... that could be enough? It's kind of hard to tell. I'd need the camera to be facing the other direction. Do it like this. This all looks like slippery surface. Yeah. Even up here, I assume it's slippery surface. Yeah, I guess this isn't. Oh, right, and this down here isn't either. Nice seam. You can't really get on top of these, because these are wall polygons and not floor polygons. Yeah, you'd be able to triple slash clip in here at all. Though actually, I don't know if... Would it even be useful if you could get back here? I don't think so, because I don't think you'd be able to get up there still. Now, let's see. No, yeah, we don't get a jump. We ever get a jump? Nice. Now, yeah, I guess you don't get a jump off of that. Darn. I keep on confusing which goes up and which goes down. It's interesting that all of this collision is not slippery. Oh, we're sliding. Ah, nice. Also kind of sucks you can't just triple slash clip here. As this would, I think, just place you directly into Dongo's cavern. Oh, actually, not quite. Well, yeah, be a little too off to the side. Be close, though. Alright, it seems like our Skyward Sword randomizer technical issues might be over soon. I guess one last funny thing we can do is if we do actually put on infinite sword glitch in this game, I guess it doesn't, oh no, yeah, so, if we also then put on the collider viewer, off the collision polygons. It's like, obviously, we can damage things because the sword collider is always active. But you'll notice that if we put the sword away, there is no more collider. And because of this, or at least one of the sword's colliders is now not a number, which specifically will kind of just continuously hit anything that has a spherical hitbox every frame, so that's why that Tektite died. And yeah, basically anything that has a spherical hitbox just instantly dies if you have ISG and then put away the ISG. which in the normal game does actually just cause the ISG to go away. So it's not something you can normally do. But in this case, we just activated a cheat that has ISG on just kind of permanently. Also, fun fact, you can get around the collision of this fence here. Which is very silly. And then this spot over here is actually a spot where you can do like ocarina dives. Actually, if I can get rid of my ISG. Give myself a shield to do this. Inventory, gear, Deku shield. Rid of the ISG. No! Darn it, I didn't want to get back in bounds. Well, now doing this without ISG is going to be much more difficult. Also, probably just want to get rid of the collider so I can actually see. Ow! Darn it. Alright, it seems like our technical issues have been resolved, though, so... That's it for the impromptu OOT 3D showcase. Thank you all for joining me. Now we can play Skyward Sword Randomizer like we originally intended. Okay, let me get my tracker back up. This. And I am ready. Else. They'll have. Wait. Good luck, have fun. Where is live split? Oh, there it is. Okay. We will be starting. Oh, wait, hold on. Audio. There we go. Okay, I started like a second late, but that's fine. We need to have game audio. Ascent. You are pinging. The required dungeons are Earth Temple, LMF, Fire Sanctuary. Oh, I wanted to look at my hints. No desert. No sealed grounds. No gorge. Interesting. And we have Water Dragon Scale as our starting item. Okay. Mark that off real quick. Got... The trial contains claw shots. Ooh. Ooh. We do need those. We need to find Harp, though. We want to get those claw shots. I really don't want to break into the trial, because we have to find Harp to complete the seed anyway, so, like, whatever we have to do to find Harp is gonna just be required. Also, that's a key piece. Technically, these checks are out of logic because I don't have projectile. Beetle Shop. Hear him too, okay. That's probably Fire Shield Earrings, but could be Myths. We already have access to Eldin, so... that is not where I wanted to throw that. So it's not going to be Ruby Tablet, because we already have the Ruby Tablet. Oh wait, I probably wanted to get Sandslide Cube. The Sandslide Cube is locked by Water Dragon Scale. Or not the cube, but the goddess chest that Sandslide Cube leads to is locked by Water Dragon Scale, which we already have, so it would be good to get, presumably. Oh wait, that might just be the harp. If that's the harp, then we're in good business here. Blow up these other rocks first before I get that. Are you the harp? Or not the harp. Or Nehru's Wisdom, which contains the Triforce of Courage, though. That's useful information. And a second key piece. Oh wait, hold on. Gotta check Boko base. Please hold. Two pings in Boko base. There's an additional adventure pouch that we don't need. Probably want to get that. And this chest was pinging. It's probably a key piece, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it's our harp. So we will be doing at least 2 trials, though. That's kind of exciting. Oh, no, it's a piece of the Triforce. Okay. We also do need that, even if it's not something we really need immediately. I don't usually get hit by that. And we can open up Magma Turf while we go around and get the chest that was pinging over here. Basically, any chest which pings has an item that could logically unlock checks in this seed, even if that check is, or even if all those checks are dead. The third key piece, not too surprising there. And we'll pick up the money here. Our fourth key piece is above Magma Turf there. And so is our fifth one. Okay. Beetle locked key pieces. Okay. This cube. Once again, not all of the goddess cubes are in logic, but this one is. I want to get this one, even though it leads to a chest that is not immediately accessible at this moment. This one... that... Din's Power? What did that have? Nehru Cave's Key and one other useful item. Apparently we're doing a lot of trials today. Now, where is the harp? I want my harp, so I can actually open up these trial gates. That is not the harp. Alright, I do want to go up to get the, landslide cube, though. We will make our trek. It could be something useful. And we can get it immediately when we go back to Skyloft. Really? I'm surprised we got too far there. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, I already knocked that down, that's right. Oops, forgot about that. Fortunately, I can't get the other cube while I'm here, though. Though I probably would have had to come up here... I mean, we have to come up here to do Earth Temple, but unless my starting statue here was... the top of Earth Temple, we probably wanted to get this anyway. Let's see if we can do some Boko out of bounds. Alright, very nice. This saves us a little bit of time getting over here. So we do not have claw shots, so we can't immediately go around. Well, maybe I should have blown up the tower. In case Bomb Bag is in a... Well, no, whatever, I'll go commit to blowing up the shortcut here just in case. If that goddess, or if this goddess chest that the cube leads to is not useful, though, then this probably was just a waste of time. Anyway, we're finally leaving after 10 minutes. The goddess cube on Sandslide. And Thrill Digger Gossip Stone we also got. And now we go back to Bamboo Island to check hints. Oh, okay. The Tro 50 has Bomb Bag. Well, we know where that is now. Interesting knowing where a lot of stuff is, but not really being able to get any of it. But at least we know, right? So, we'll collect 50 gratitude crystals. Magma Turf to Molderback. So, I think that was where we found Din's Power, which says it has Cave's Key, so... That would make sense if our starting statue in Lanayru is in Sandsea. That's a bottle. I want that. Why, yes, we will absolutely deliver this soup. We're totally not just gonna immediately drink this soup on the way out. Bye-bye. And we can also ping the breakable boulder chests. Neither of them are pinging, so we don't need spiral charge. Oh, okay, that works. Central Skyloft to Skuldera. Cool. We'll go there next. After we rescue Oriel, that is. With RBM, we technically could open up the trial gate with the claw shots and the trial gate with Cave's Key. But I don't know if that's worth it this seed. Because again, we still have to find the harp to beat the seed anyway. So there would have to be some contrived situation where the claw shots somehow help us get the harp significantly earlier than intended, which I feel like is probably not going to be the case. Regardless of where the harp is. Also mark off my dead regions, no sealed grounds, no gorge, and no desert. Oh, nice wallet. Oh, nice sword. Hey, still no projectiles. We can't actually get into Beetle's shop. There's 5 gratitude crystals. I think we'll skip making a bit magic file. Probably not gonna be super necessary, hopefully. There's the digging nets. Okay, so that does put the cube I went back for. Oh no, it doesn't put that cube in logic. It puts what's at the back of Magma Turf into logic, which is interesting. Puts 2 sky checks into logic? Wait. Oh, right, never mind. That's because I marked off all of the Nehru Desert. Okay, more money. Still no projectile. We also can't get into Beetle's shop either. And Goddess Blue. We can get both checks from Harrow, though. Still looking for my harp. That is not the harp. That is a bug net. Which is decidedly not a projectile. It's a monster harp. Okay, we do have pings there, which we'll get after we go into Rhina's house. Another bluebird feather. Was it the chest, or was it the goddess chest? Or was it both? It was the goddess chest. Okay, so let's see what this gives us. Another sword, okay. It's not really necessary at the moment. We do need the Master Sword to finish the seed, but... And yeah, after this we'll definitely just go back to Magma Turf and get, that... check that required myths. And just go up and do the rest of Elden Volcano anyway, probably. Alright, are there pings? Answer is yes, there is a ping. This... more rupees. Sure. Ah, yeah, it's the bad one. Well, unfortunate. Have to go all the way around. Unless this is Harp. If this is Harp, then we'll just go back out to Skyloft and get our claw shots. Oh, those are Magma Mitts. Okay. Interesting. If I go do all of the upper first, I guess I could. Nice. I guess this is annoying because I didn't blow down the tower. Also not in logic though, I'll just go around. Well, this is annoying. Oh, was the check in logic Boko-based pinging? I'm definitely gonna go do turf first, because that'll at least open up the way to come back. This is a very strange start. So Shop, I think at this point, I guess Shop could have Harp, because Claw Shots are required to get to Fire Sanctuary, or it could just have Fire Shield Earrings. Whatever it has, we should be able to buy out the shop when we get there, as long as we don't have to buy the 300 item. whip. I don't think that helps with anything. So, yeah, logically we're locked to that one-chested Boko base. But I'm gonna go up and do the rest of the Elden dig spots first, I think. And also open up this path so that it's not as arduous to get around again. Wall shots. I guess that could also lock us to, like, Betro 5 or 10. It's also a possibility. But I feel like... I don't know. Without a projectile, things are very strange. So I did probably lose time trying to get... this cube first, unfortunately. I was hoping it would be something good, but unfortunately it was... It was something good, but not something immediately useful, with just being a sword upgrade. Ow, darn it. Really? Too early. This side was just rupees. And I still have to go back up this way again because I didn't knock down the tower, which is annoying. I should have not done Boko out of bounds and just knocked... Like, I could have still done Boko out of bounds, but I should have remembered to knock down the tower. Did at least blow up the rocks here, though. I can immediately go and get this. There is a useless spiral charge. We know that all of the rocks for the spiral charge are dead. So I'm gonna go blow this up. Trying to bring the bomb over first, but it's not. Ah, hello. Okay, item behind digging is nothing. Alright, because of where our mitts are, I feel compelled to check the one check in Boko base. that is considered to be in logic. There definitely wasn't the close one, which is Chest on Cliff. Because I think the Chest on Bone Bridge was one of the pinging ones. There was one up top and one on the bottom. Yeah, so that's one that is in logic. Does Skyward Strike go through here? Yes. Okay. Because we don't have Gust Bellows. Or bombs. Gotta do things this way. All to get Chest near Bone Bridge. Okay, that... Oh, that unlocks Beetle Shop, that's right. God, that's so bad. I suppose I technically could have continued, actually, because of that. In Boko Base, but... Oh, check our Goddess chest. That is now in logic. Nope. And we'll do Ring the Knight Academy Bell first. And then we'll go to Beetle Shop. Ouch. I guess it probably would have been faster just to go the regular way. Oh well. So if nothing's on 300, we're good. If something is on 300, we'll only be able to peek the last few things. Oh my god, is that the Goddess Harp? Yes, it is. Okay. Get our Emerald Tablet. 50 and 300, so we can only buy one of the 100 items. Yes, I'll see if we need to come back for the next one. We don't need to come back for the next one, but we still don't know about the third one. Alright, so it was... Pretty sure it was just the claw shots here. Verify... Yes. Pick that up. Say you still want money. Okay, they're both over this way. Good, good. Gonna do the regular route through the trial until we get confirmation as to what they are. That is also a silver rupee, so I'll get this down. And there are the claw shots. Alright. I don't actually have to go through the rest of the trial here. And now we can go finish checking what Beetle has. And I guess we can maybe check... Actually, I don't know. Do we check the hint stone? Also, then the question is, do we do Zelda's Closet, an item from Colin as well? We do still have to go back to the other trial. Okay, we didn't need that. Then we can get our cave's key and one other important item. Plat's chest is dead. Okay. Oops. Statue of the Goddess. Thank you. Also may as well collect some of the loose crystals here. We have to make it nighttime anyway. Ooh, very nice. Okay. We will happily take that beetle. This does get us access to Earth Temple. We could beat Earth Temple, in theory, assuming that Boss Key was not on Rupee and Lava Tunnel, I think. I'd probably want to wait until at least Quick Beetle, or not Quick Beetle, until at least Hook Beetle, because then I could actually clear all the checks. And just go through Bombless and then hopefully not have to worry about Bomb Bag, but Bomb Bag is still useful for LMF and potentially Fire Sanctuary. So... we're looking for Cave's Key and one other item here. Money. Oh wait, actually, where... It must be over here then. Okay, so that looks like Cave's Key. Like we might be completing the trial for whatever the last thing is. Oh no, it's right here. Oh, okay, it's Gratitude Crystals, nice. Never mind, we're not completing the trial. And then we can get our last two key pieces. I think we'll probably wait on Earth Temple and just go to Farron, since we should be able to do pretty much everything in Farron, since we have Water Dragon Scale. Claw Shots and a Beetle. Off we go to the Farron Woods. Okay, viewing platform. I guess we can't do the bomb block things, but I think that should pretty much be the exception. Fortunately, the chest isn't hanging, but the cube itself is something that's in logic. Hopefully we will have a good cube warp to go and get. Trying to take out the sword. Triforce of Power can be found in Fire Sanctuary. Alright. Good to know. Don't need that one. Oh wait, this is not a cube we needed. Oops. Wrong one. Hold on. The other one on the other side. Gold rupee, we don't need that. That would be this one. Just inside Great Tree. Oh, they start over there. This is probably not the optimal set to start out with. There's our hook beetle, okay. Means we can do all of Earth Temple. Just getting these so that I can get an air refill. Same with this one. Well, that was the idea, but... Nice. Vanilla Tad Tone. Uh-oh. Okay. We're good. I do actually want to die now. Convenient. That's another bow, which we don't need. And over here is a blue rupee that we don't need. And over here is a goddess cube that we probably don't need. gonna see if I can peek the lower bombable check here. Get a good camera angle with the beetle, we can kind of see inside. And that looks like a red rupee, so I'm not going to worry about that. Say blue rupee. That looks like a sword? Yeah. Alright, nice. Now we have all of the swords we need. Just a red rupee. Okay. Still looking for the amber tablet, of course. That's what we need to access Nehru at all, so. Nice. Rupee. Red rupee. And slingshot. I guess we'll take that. Can't hurt. Oh, come on. Missing this one is annoying. Rupees. Oh, come on. No, Lake Floria chest. Really? A lot of water bonking. Gratitude crystals. We're up to 18. Second trapped magma's dead. Okay. Very nice. We don't need the cube up here, but what is that? Is that another slingshot? You know what? Sure. Scattershot fans are eating good today. Nice. And then we'll go get the hint in sealed grounds, and then we'll leave. I think now we can probably go do Earth Temple, but Don't need tad tones. Oh, one. Oh, right, I should check initial goddess cube. Actually, nah, we'll do Earth Temple first. It's not like we're gonna find Bomb Bag at any of those locations. And I could have warped to start, but I think it's faster to go back to the statue. Just this way. Or get back to temple entrance this way. Because, yeah, logically we can do everything here except beat the boss, but because we are epic gamers and know how to beat Scaldera without bombs, we can also just do that, too. Quick Beetle would be nice, but we can get by without it, of course. Boss key. Okay. That one. And the boss key chest. Alright. Quite a few pings, and none of them are gonna be the boss key. Because we already found the boss key, so... There will be at least 3 things here, based on those pings. I have to make sure I don't press... Or I don't... Not that I don't press the A button, but that I don't advance past the logo screen here. I want to get into the Knight Academy and back in time with no flag set. Ow, nice. Ow, leave me alone. We'll go this way first. We can use these bomb flowers to blow up this wall over here. I'm sad we didn't get a hint about Ruby and Lava Tunnel yet. If there even is one in this sea. Would have been very useful. But I think we have access to all of our hintstones that are currently accessible, or that I've read all of the ones that are currently accessible, so... nice. Let's try that again. we're back on the title screen. We essentially set the flag for raising up the bridge to the second half of the temple, since we have to raise that bridge regardless of what we do. And we did that instead of having to take the long loop around. But I still regained my health back, which I didn't actually want. Because we have to reload the dungeon after we do that for the bridge to actually raise up. We can go around and come back afterwards, since we want to open up these chests. Blow up that, and then do this. More gratitude crystals. These hit us for only half a heart. Really? Hoping for a little more damage than that. Since we have to wait here, I'll take damage. Okay, he's gonna take very long, apparently. Don't want to miss my cycle. More gratitude crystals. Some damage from these chews. Where's the boulder? I am confused. Where did boulder go? That was over here. That would make sense. That's where I left it, but I thought it would reset if the room was reloaded. I guess not. And now we have to use these bombs. This. Let's fly the beetle again. And yeah, it was nothing. Now the bridge is up. The boss key chest was also pinging, so we'll go get that, and then we'll go do Bombless Scaldera. Still no Emerald Tablet. Not Emerald Tablet, Amber Tablet. A second bomb. Well, that'll be useful for getting into Fire Sanctuary, I suppose. I guess we'll save just in case Bombless Scaldera goes sideways, but it should be fine. Usually is. Yep, come on. There you go. So after we do these two, not very many locations left. There is still technically a Ping and Boko base, but I'm not sure I want to go do that, because it's very out of the way. Actually, I guess with Claw Shots, it's not terribly out of the way, but not something that I'd want to have to go do. Okay, yeah. I should have just immediately gone to the side of him. I also didn't need to do that stagger strike, but oh well. A third bottle, wow. Just what I needed. Yeah, we could... I guess worst case, honestly, is if Amber Tablet is on, like, Betrothed 40 or something. We also probably still want to find Gust Billows, and we definitely still need to find Fire Shield Earrings. Oh, Vanilla Amber Tablet. Cool. Yeah, we're kind of in something of a Fire Shield Earrings casino. Because I can get to LMF. Oh wait, no, so that means... Hold on, sorry. That means that bombs lock all of Linear, is what that means. I guess our Fire Shield Earrings? Yeah, okay, I don't think that affects where fire shield earrings are placed. Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question. Do I need anything else? I guess it depends on where the LMF boss key is. We could be stupid in LMF if the boss key is not locked by Gust Bellows. I think I'm actually gonna go to Fire Sanctuary. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll jump down here first and check both of these goddess chests. Yeah, I think we'll just do Fire Sanctuary, because we'll also get some hints on the way there. Because we know that all of Lanayru Desert is just completely dead. Oh, I could have just warped to start also instead of doing this. Whatever. So we can get those 2 hint stones and then just go through Fire Sanctuary, I guess. Fire Sanctuary does have one chest that's locked by Gust Bellows, but I can get around the Gust Bellows. Well, that's also locked by bombs. I wouldn't be able to get it anyway. Now that I think about it. And hopefully that one is not the one that has the Triforce of Power. You know, Platt's chest and Rescue Second Trapped Magma are both dead. If that's our Gust Bellows, then that would be excellent. We'll see. Could potentially be more gratitude crystals. Oh, come on. Oh, right. I used the bomb flower. Quick Beetle. Okay, yeah, we do that. Technically, Quick Beetle puts some of Sand Sea into logic. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm not surprised those are the hits that we got, but... Okay, Fire Sanctuary. Where are the pings? Okay, we got one. I mean, I guess we just go through regularly, I think. We don't need to do Platt's RBM. We don't need to do Second Trapped Magma RBM. Second chest is pinging. Something very back there is pinging. So that's... that can't be a small key. Oh, no. No, that can't be a small key, because that's got to be something in the back. Right. So that could be potentially the Triforce of Power. Okay, not too surprising. So it's either boss key chest or chest and staircase room that was doing that. Stuff there. And balcony as well. I think I might just get that normally, since we have to find both the boss key and the Triforce of Power. Gratitude crystals. I should also ping for chest behind bombable wall here. Didn't do that yet. Ew, yeah, that's... Hopefully that's the third small key. And not either the boss key or the Triforce of Power. Why is that hard requires bomb bag? That would make me sad. Okay, so there's our last small key. So things aren't looking great on that end, unfortunately. I think it was either one or two pings over here. So we could get lucky and not need whatever's in that chest. $33 gratitude crystals. I'll get hit by that guy. Yes, hopefully, if that is either the boss key or the Triforce of Power, it's the boss key. Or no, it's the Triforce of Power, because then I can at least complete the dungeon right now, and just come back for that later. giant crystals. Yeah, unless the chest that we get for saving this magma is what we need. I don't think we're gonna be able to one-trip Fire Sanctuary here. It is unfortunate. It would make sense that there would be... Oh, wait, hold on. Please hold. And it's more gratitude crystals. Because of course it is. Well, we do only need to collect 7 more to get Bomb Bag then, I guess, which isn't terrible, I suppose. But yeah. I guess coming back later isn't that bad, because we can't just warp to start out of it, which is pretty convenient. Okay, so it's boss key chest. That's kind of annoying. That's the longer of the two to get. In case it is the Triforce of Power, I can just warp out immediately. Check. Time to fight this guy. Not go up. Okay, well, that was very convenient. That's the boss key, so that means we can actually complete the dungeon now, which is nice. Because, like, there could be more gratitude crystals on completing the dungeon, for all we know. And we have the statue that we can come back with later to come and get the Triforce of Power. This does mean that Bomb Bag is hard required, though, so I do have to go get it. Now the question then is just, where are the Gust Bellows? Gust Bellows could be anywhere in Lanayru, really, I suppose. They could still be that one check in Boko base that we can go to. I guess if we get bombs first, we can actually complete all of Boko base, which wouldn't be that bad. Also, come on, here. First, we gotta fight this guy. And, starts off covered. I thought I went sideways. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, right. I forgot that. Okay, never mind. We don't have to go to that check. I forgot. These are also part of Fire Sanctuary. So, yeah. Curious what would be back there, though. So, it can't be Gust Bellows, which is good. So, I truly don't have to come back to that, whatever it is. I mean, I guess we just go see if we can be stupid in Lanayru mining facility. Because Lanayru Desert is dead. We can get through mines, caves, and all of Sand Sea without bombs. The only reason we would need bombs is if the Lanayru mining facility boss key is on the boss key chest. I think. And yeah, Sand Sea. Well, at least we have Quick Beetle, so... can check all of these real quick. Cleaner. Yeah. Nice. Try that again. East. That's like the second one. Will it be faster to Death Warp or Warp out of here? If it's the first one, probably Death Warp, but second one, I think, probably Warp out and come back. little further. So none of the... If there are any gratitude crystals in Lanayru, they're not going to be considered useful at all. Because they're locked by Bombag, which is on Patrol 50. And that Tadtone is also useless. I guess bottles? Or the last bow could be considered useful things. Or the last beetle, actually, as well. Well, let's go up and get it. It's not that one. This is one of the only checks that Wit could have been potentially required for. Nice. Claw-shotting, we can skip this Baba. Now that's dead. Gorge is dead, and that just leads to a check in Gorge. It's also possible that we just had unhinted Barren Sandsea, which I'd be surprised if it chose both Gorge and Sealed Grounds over Sandsea, but it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. In case it's not, though, we'll get the harbor cube. Little late on that. Nice. Alright, well, dead Samsea, unless it's the cube. Okay, the boss key chest is dead, that's good. That means we can almost definitely skip Mombag. Nice. Nice. Glad we don't need that. Okay, duplicate of that. Nice. Alright, well, these are our last Gossip Stones. And nothing here. I'm just gonna ignore that cube then. I guess we hope that we can be stupid in LMF. Basically, if the boss key... And if we can get the boss key without Gust Bellows, that's basically what we want. There are several locations the boss key could be that we could get without Bellows. If it's anywhere on the right side of the dungeon, we'll probably be able to get it. If it's anywhere on the left side, though, that's probably not very likely. So just in case we have to come back. Close, unfortunately. Oh, there's a Dusk Relic. Well, I guess not all of them get replaced, so... oh, there was one over there. There are two over there, oh my god. I feel like an idiot. I have to go back and check those. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so that's a full Triforce. Okay, let's see if we can get through LMF without the gust bellows. Okay, that's a good sign so far. No pings on the left. We know that it's not going to be boss key. Hopefully it's just right here, and then we can continue on our merry way. Nope, that was the last sword. Okay. Well, that's nice, I suppose. Okay, something in the key locked room. Nice. Get a better lay of things in here. Okay, nothing on the left. Something up there, and something here. Okay. So one of these has to be the small key. So we should be able to do this regardless of what things are where now. Okay, well, that's just the boss key, so that makes things much easier. Alright, now we have to do 2 instances of reverse bit magic. One to open up the gate that's in front of us right over here. And another one to move the box out of the way. So we will do the one that opens up the gate first. I have to make sure to not press A. Let me just talk to Fledge. I guess we'll see if that changed anything. I'll go defeat the Staldra just to be sure. Really? There you go. He's gonna block things. So this should be the gate. Yep. Now, I believe for this box we want the first text box that appears. I think. Not bad at remembering which one is which with these two. But I think it's the first one. If it's not, then it'll be the second one. We do have to void out here to get to the other side of the gate. I don't think we technically need to collect the stamina fruit here, but I'm going to anyway. Just because it makes me feel better. Not really. I just wanted to pick up the fruit. I didn't want to void out a second time. Game, thank you. There you go. Now I need to set a different flag somewhere, somehow. I think the other Staldra should probably work. If not, bomb drop pot should be a scene flag. I don't know if it's the scene flag that gets set. No, it should be associated with the pot, so it probably got set. Okay, nice. That was the correct one. And then this chest we're not going to open up because it's just going to be the small key. And then here we have to do another trick since we don't have Gust Bellows. We have to get on the minecart and fly the beetle around. Have the beetle hit the minecart so that we can ride across. And Link's gonna be vibing the whole time. Also gonna save here just in case we accidentally screw up Moldarak. We can just try again. Okay. Very good. Ow. Well, I guess having some extra health doesn't hurt for the final sequence. Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta high five everyone on the way over here. Oh, and even more health. Nice. Well, that's how we skip bombs and gust bellows in this seed. Pretty neat. Ah, there was the Ballad of the Goddess. That's Vanilla Ballad of the Goddess location, actually, and that means that Thunderhead was also completely dead. Interestingly enough. What? I pressed A. What happened? There you go. Alright, so now to finish off the seed, we just have to fight Gear 3 and Demise. Hopefully it won't take too long. Stunlock and cycle that phase. Alright. Now we just got the final boss left. There we go. Nice.
We won with a 154.32.
So neat. That means that we are now 2-0 in the round-robin phase. So, hooray. But yeah, so...
I think that will be it for today's stream.
Hope you guys enjoyed 1 hour of impromptu OOT 3D, followed by the Skyward Sword randomizer race. So, yeah. Tomorrow we'll be doing another randomizer race for the Wind Waker Archipelago Multi-World Tournament. So that should start... If it starts on time, it'll start at about 30 minutes after my stream time. After my normal stream start time, so at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. So... yeah. That's the plan for tomorrow, so... I will see you guys then. Goodbye.